Okay, good afternoon. So our topic for today is about IELTS. Okay, so do you understand or do you have any background about IELTS? Okay, so IELTS is International English Language Testing System. Actually, it's a test that is very popular around the world because it assesses the English proficiency of students. Okay, and IELTS usually is owned or jointly owned by British Council, IDP Australia, and the Cambridge English Language Assessment. Okay, so these institutions are just one organization, right? Okay, so there are two versions of IELTS actually. You have the academic training and the general training. So for the academic training, it depends on the purpose. So for example, your purpose is to migrate and study for tertiary level, so you're going to take the academic training. But if your purpose is to migrate, work, and study for vocational programs or secondary level, so you're going to take the general training. Okay? Do you have any questions so far?
No.
None. Okay, so I'll just continue. So IELTS is the two versions. The academic and the general training consist of 4 subjects. So you have the reading, the writing, the listening, and the speaking. Okay, but just there would be a difference on the test because for reading and writing, the test would be different in general and academic. But this time I'm going to focus more on the IELTS writing, which is the number one problem of students on how to pass the test. But actually, if you have the tips, if you have studied how to answer that, that would be very easy. Okay, so as I have said, for IELTS writing, it consists of 2 tasks, task 1 and task 2, and then there are difference between the two modules or 2 versions. So the difference is that it's very visible with respect to the task 1. Okay, because for task 1, in general training, mostly you're going to answer the letter or technical writing, and it must be in 150 words. And while for task 2, for academic training, so the sample is like this one. You're going to describe the trend. Okay, you're going to describe the trends in your test paper. Okay, and you have to describe this in 150 words also. Right? But for both versions, the task 2, which has a greater weight with respect to your assessment, the task 2 consists of questions or issues that you're going to make a stand. And you have to express yourself or you have to answer the question in 250 words or at least 250 words. Now, generally, the IELTS writing is being assessed according to the following criteria. So the first one is you have the task achievement. So when we say task achievement, it means because, for example, in task 1, you will be summarizing the information based on this chart. So based on this chart. So it means you have to achieve what is being asked on the test questionnaire. Okay? Otherwise, if you cannot get this one, so you will have a minus point for this. Right? Okay. Now, what is coherence and cohesion? It means that the way you present your write-up or your answer, it should be related with each other. Are your sentences related with each other? Do you use transitions? Or how you present, does your paragraph have a topic sentence, and does it being supported by examples and specific experiences? Alright? Then you have the lexical resource. So when we say lexical resource, it refers to the wideness of your vocabulary. Alright? So it means that in IELTS writing, it's like everything that you have learned in English will be deposited, that you have deposited in English will be withdrawn. Okay? The words that you have already studied, you have to withdraw it and use it in your IELTS writing. Alright? Questions so far? Alright, okay. So when we say grammatical range and accuracy, so grammatical, of course, if your sentences are grammatically correct. And then accuracy. When we say accuracy from the word accurate, it means that you are being assessed if you are using the appropriate words in the sentences that would answer the task that has been given. Okay? So generally, this would be the criteria to assess you if you can express yourself in writing. So if you don't have any questions, so maybe we can go on with some tips on how to answer the IELTS writing.